and welcome back to Pipes, Tobacco, and Whiskey. Today we are doing another Kramer's blend. We're going to do Father Dempsey, give you our impression on Father Dempsey blend. Now this was actually Kramer's most popular house blend back in the day. So this is supposed to be their best seller.
Okay.
So anyway, little bit of background on this was actually there was a church behind the old Kramer tobacco shop. And the priest from that church would come into the tobacco shop quite frequently. He was a big Dunhill My Mixture smoker.
Oh, yeah.
And
that's where that.
And so he asked Mr. Kramer, "Can you make something that's similar to that Dunhill My Mixture?" And so they started experimenting and figuring out what the blend was, and they never could really get it right. But Father Dempsey got to a point where he said, "Wait, this is even better than my mixture. So stop right there. This is what I like," and that's how Father Dempsey mixture came to be. Now this is an English blend. It has a lot of Kia, Oriental Turkish, and Virginias in it. There are no flavors detected, any flavoring detected. It's a medium ribbon cut, and it comes in 50-gram tins and also in bulk. You get it from smokingpipes.com. It is readily available. In the tin, it's $9 for a tin, and it's $2.94 an ounce for the bulk. So here we go. What do you guys think?
Well, just to start it off, I think this is really good. It's really similar to some of the Balkan blends that we've tried too. It's because I don't know what makes the difference between a Balkan blend or an English blend.
More actually Macedonian tobaccos.
Okay.
So it's more Oriental Turkish forward than anything else.
Yeah. Okay. So that spice comes through a little more.
Right.
Now it's okay. Because it does have that spice to it, but it's a very tame blend. A lot of Kia in the initial, smelling of the tin note. I smell a lot of Kia, but overall it's a pretty timid English smoke. I wouldn't say it's too harsh on that. So Ian, let's just talk about the tin note then. What do you think about it?
I agree. It smelled like a lot of Kia. Wasn't much flavoring in there.
Mm-mm.
It smelled. I mean, it's kind of a cop out to say it smelled like tobacco, but it just smelled pure.
It smelled like tobacco.
Yeah, it smelled
Well,
pure.
it is a lot of Kia forward blend.
Very smoky.
And then the Oriental Turkishes are the second in the blend. The Virginias are very, very light in this blend. You don't smell it at very much. The strength of this
smells
is
like the burning of mesquite wood almost.
It's a
little
very
bit.
full
Like
bodied
campfire smell.
It's very full bodied. It's got a woody, smoky smell to it. You can slightly smell the tanginess of the Orientals in there. The Virginias are barely, I've very little grass.
Very little, yeah.
Kind of has a little dirt background in it too.
That's just an earthiness to it. What do you guys think about the moisture level of the tobacco when it came out?
When I tried to load it, it was not very moist at all. It's pretty dry, honestly.
Yeah,
It's right where I like it.
me too.
It's not a bad dry. It's just much drier than what I'm used to.
Well,
But aromatics.
aromatics
sometimes
become a little wet.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, the moisture level for me was barely moist when we first got it, just ready to smoke.
Yeah.
Right, ready to smoke.
I really think that it came in perfect condition for just smokability.
Just right out the bag.
Well, yeah, because some tobaccos, when they're really dry, you can rub them out like that and push them in between your fingers, and they'll crackle. Mm-hmm. They'll make smaller pieces and do. But this one, it doesn't. It holds the shape to the ribbon, no matter how much you mess with it. But it's still dry enough to just put in your pipe and light it up without having to worry about any relights, really. Mm-hmm. So I think it came in a perfect condition for that. On to the best part, the taste.
I've come a long way.
Yeah?
Because I like it.
You do?
Yes, I actually do. It's really nice. Because I've always, it's been weird. I've always been like, I've always liked predominantly aromatics, And then all of a sudden, I tried Latakia, and I really liked it for some reason. I don't know why, because it was almost like the exact opposite, if you ask me.
Did you like start with some of those Latakia aromatic mixtures that we did?
I still have a whole jar he gave me because nobody would smoke it. I smoke it. I love it.
Yeah, the taste on this is much more mellowed down than the tin note. The tin note, you get this real heavy smoke smell.
Yep.
But as you're smoking it, the Latakia doesn't come out and just bomb you. You know, it's a pretty easy smoke. The smell is full bodied. The taste is more of a medium bodied.
Yeah.
What I like about it is at first you get mostly the Latakia, but about a fourth of the way into it, the Orientals start creeping in there, so you get a little bit of that sweet tanginess.
Yeah.
That comes with those Orientals, and it's interesting the way
this is one
morphs.
that changes.
Yeah,
this is one that changes as you smoke it. You know, at the top of the bowl, it's really smoky, woodsy, kind of Latakia, but tamed down. As you get more, those flavors just start to solidify, probably just a better word for it. You get to taste everything down.
Yeah, this is it becomes a well balanced Orientals Lat English blend. The Virginias are hardly present at all. I don't hardly taste those at all. But the Orientals become a little more prevalent as you smoke into it, and then from there on, it's pretty consistent and a nice smoke. Good English blend.
Very
solid.
Good. Very good.
Yeah.
What would you guys think about the strength on the Nick hit?
It's not really present.
Not that bad.
Yeah, it's just like the flavor of it. It's really mild compared to what I thought I would expect.
Yeah.
I think it's between mild and moderate.
Yeah,
somewhere in there.
I think so too. Just because you get the initial tin note and you think it's going to be something that's stronger, so it surprises you with how soft and pleasant.
The tin note's much stronger than the taste, and which leads me to believe that this could be an all-day smoke if you wanted it to.
That's what I think.
And at that price, it's really affordable.
Yeah, even for $9 a tin, which tins tend to be a little more expensive than bulk blends if you just buy it bulk, but still, it's a very reasonable price.
This is well balanced. And towards the end of the smoke, I noticed that the spice begins to come in a little bit more. A little spicy at the end.
I'm hitting that point right now.
Yeah. But it's really good. And
I smoked through it all the way the other day in one of my new pipes that I bought. And, you know, there's always that myth that you build your new pipes by smoking a quarter bowl, half bowl, then a full bowl. You just smoke them like that. I, with the new pipe, just pack the whole thing and smoke it. The very little dottle at the end of it, very little. It smoked all the way down with it's a rather dry smoke.
Yeah, the condition of it when it came was probably really helpful for that.
Very dry.
Those moist ones, it's always a bunch just sitting down there at the bottom.
Yeah.
Reading through all the reviews on this one, past reviews, I can see where people have a tendency to compare this with the Dunhill My Mixture. Now,
I do too.
It's not like the Peterson.
No.
Or the Scandinavian tobacco. It's not similar to that at all. As a matter of fact, I'm not a big fan of the STG.
The new My Mixture, yeah.
Many of those old Dunhill that STG is doing now.
They didn't come across as well. I don't know. I didn't get to really try a lot of Dunhill's actual blends, but I would say they're not as good as some of the people who outside of that have tried to match them, and some of those are always a little lighter.
This is going to be more to matching the Murray's version of My Mixture, and there's just enough sweetness, just enough tanginess, just enough spice, just enough smokiness for all those components to come together and just be a really pleasant, well-balanced smoke.
Yes, yes. This is a very nice smoke. I like
the smoke plumes on there. You know, we've got the garage door closed today.
Yeah.
And the smoke plumes on this one, they're incredible there. I mean, just nice
thick. Yeah, really good. Which leads me on to room note. This is the first time we get an actual room note, a true room note, since we are in an enclosed space. What do you think?
It's similar to the tin note, but it's sweeter. It's kind of sweeter than it.
Yeah.
And then not as like heavy as like the tin note itself. It's kind of like the flavor of it, but it's kind of sweet too.
It's a little it's a little earthier. Mm-hmm. Really campfirey kind of smell, but
it's got
a
room note that's a typical English
room note.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And lots of people who are not smokers will hate it, and lots of pipe smokers will love it. Mm-hmm. And that's why on the reviews that I've read, it goes anywhere from tolerable to pleasant. To me, it's just you walk in the room and you know that's a nice English.
Yes,
that's just a nice English. So that's kind of what I feel about the room note on this. Couple of other things just to add to this. This is just an old school English blend, is what it is. If you've never really tasted what an English blend back in the 70s and 60s would taste like, this would bring you to that. This would give you a really good example of what that would be like. There's nothing fancy about it. It's very balanced. It's a good English offering. It packs in the bowl really well. Mm-hmm. I noticed that I like it better in larger bowls rather than in smaller bowls.
Too. I tried smoking it in one of the smaller, like the Compass pipe as well, and it just, the pipe itself already burned so hot, but it just didn't taste the same. I did get a little singeing, but some of the bigger bowls that I can fit, a finger all the way down in, basically, those smoke very well.
Mm-hmm. Just for a pickup, if you're in the mood for an English, pick up a pipe and load up a tobacco in it. Mm-hmm. This is good. This is a good everyday. You won't be disappointed. There's, like I said, there's nothing fancy about it, but it just tastes good.
Yeah,
it just tastes good, and therefore I would put this in my rotation as an everyday smoke. Carry it with me in the truck. Carry it with me. Go lunting with this one.
Yeah, it's one of those smokes where I've considered, and I think I'm going to buy a tin and try and cellar it and see what can happen of that one tin. Just buy two, one to smoke, one to cellar.
Mm-hmm. So I guess we're to where we want to rate it. What do we want to rate this one?
We'll start with Ian.
I would give it, surprisingly, a 4.
Wow.
I really enjoy it.
Good.
It's a good English smoke for him. He's
Like,
growing up.
You get those moments when your kids have just matured and you just go, man, they're growing up. This is one of those moments, right?
It's good. I give it a 4, no problem. I don't even feel bad about that. I almost wanted to give it a 4.5, but I'll leave that 4.
Last week's I gave a 4.5 to that Mississippi River.
Oh yeah.
What about you, Nathan?
I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 3.5. Not quite the full 4, just because I still think there are a reserve for some other English blends that are really, really good that I've smoked before. And this one is a great all-day smoke, so above average.
Me too. Above average, good all-day smoke. Not just something that is going to knock your socks off and be that special Nirvana kind of, smoke, but just solid, good, everyday, reliable. I'm going to give it a 3.5 as well.
Yeah.
So that's what I think about that, and I think maybe that's like a 3 point.
It's like a 3.64 or something.
Like that. So we'll keep it at 3.5.
Yeah, sounds good.
3.5. So
be careful.
Careful, CJ. So the Kramer's Father Dempsey blend. And this is in the bulk form. I'd be interested in trying the tin. The tin form of it as well. But this particular rendition we give 3.5 shots to. Mm-hmm. Nice, solid English. Those of you guys out there that haven't tried this, you really owe it to yourself to just at least have this under your belt. Order a couple of ounces, smoke it. I think you'll come back to it.
Yep, I think so as well.
Yeah.
All right, that's it for us here at Pipes, Tobacco, and Whiskey. If you guys do like what you're seeing and you want to continue seeing us do these things, please like, comment, and subscribe. We do read the comments. We do see anything. We haven't gotten very many requests on different tobaccos that have come up, but we also have a long list of our own of stuff that we're really wanting to touch on. Some pretty good blends. Anything else?
Well, next week is going to be a challenging week to put a video out. We're hoping we can get a video out next week, but everybody here in our area are going on spring break, and
Yeah, a lot of us are going on spring break vacation.
and so I'll be gone next week. I'll be actually going to Kentucky and doing the Bourbon Trail. Excuse me. So it might be a good time to take some footage.
Just take some pictures, yeah.
Take some footage and maybe do a video for the week after that about
Yeah.
about the Bourbon Trail. But if you guys want, you can get together and do the video.
Yeah, I think I have something that we might be able to do.
So that we might still be able to do something.
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, well, then that's it. That's all we've got for this week. This has been a really nice smoke. I've
Yeah.
enjoyed this one.
Yeah, me too.
This is one of the I bought like about 12 different blends a couple of weeks ago, and this was one of the ones that I added in there. So yeah, this has been a good buy for us.
Yeah, I think I'm going to buy a couple tins too, like I said.
I haven't been smoking the pipe as much as usual, but I need to get an English blend because I don't have
This
very
is a
much of
good
anything.
one. Yeah.
I have a couple of hand-me-downs and then a couple of aromatics, but I don't really have an English or anything like that, so I'm gonna need to get something like this.
Yep.
Pretty soon.
Price is right on this one.
Yes,
Yep.
it is.
Yep. All right. Well, if that's it, then we will close it out and we'll get ready for our next week's video.
Yep.
Thanks, guys, for coming.
Yeah.
Glad to see you here, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've missed you a couple of times. Glad you're here. And hopefully we can get Colton involved on the next one.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, guys. And don't forget.
Make all your piping moments count.
All right. Take care. We thank you very much.
Thank you.